everyone, Rarity Dash here, and it's time for another reaction request. If you have a video that you'd like me to react to, check the description below. There's a link that'll take you to a Google document with all of the relevant information. So today I'm going to be looking at 3 videos on a channel called Become the Night, and they are describing 40 bands in 1 sentence or less. Mike the Music Snob reacts 1 through 3. So yeah, we're going to be, in 1 second or less, going to be describing 40 bands in each of these videos. They're all fairly short, obviously. Yeah, 40 bands, that's a lot to cover. So we're going to be covering a total of 120 bands in less than 10 minutes. So, should be fun. Though I'm assuming I'm probably going to have to pause. Probably going to have to pause this a few times just to get my own thoughts on some bands, because they're probably going to move pretty fast. Though, yeah, let's go ahead and bring up the screen capture. Take it full screen and find out. Starting with the first one. Here we go. What's it say? Oh, starting with the big ones, I see. I love a lot of these bands find it. Okay, yeah, that's a good disclaimer, because people will take this kind of thing the wrong way.
The Beatles, watching your kids slowly change from innocent youths into hippie burnouts. The Rolling Stones, proof that using too many drugs either embalms you for life or turns you into a vampire. Pink Floyd,
yeah,
the most abused album logo by posers, hands down. Metallica, if you had a tub of Neapolitan ice cream and scooped out the entire middle flavor. AC/DC, the world's most successful bar band, also known as white trash royalty. Motley Crue, voted most likely to get their asses kicked at a Metallica concert. Queen, the cast of Glee started a rock band and only one of the members was gay. Led Zeppelin, the world's best known cover band. Green Day, punks who are not self-aware enough to realize they've already sold out. Nirvana, it's only too soon because you're even more obsessive than Kurt Cobain was. Maroon 5, when your band slowly gets replaced by the Borg in Star Trek. Foo Fighters, one man's dream of running as far away from Nirvana as he possibly can. Pearl Jam, is it a problem when you can't tell if the singer is saying well, whale, or while? Well, Muse, the gifted kid in high school who goes on in the future to become a CEO of Comcast. Iron Maiden, voted most likely to kick Motley Crue's ass at the Metallica concert. Nickelback, they are almost as bad as you think they are. ABBA, everybody's guilty pleasure, even yours. Sting, 1996 world champion in whisper singing. Opeth, they'd make nihilism great again if it was worth the time. Leprous, if Muse used
I've never even heard of some
guitar
of these bands
and stopped being 4/4 plebs. Dream Theater, they never learned the definition of the word wankery. Red Hot Chili Peppers, skater kids who don't care that they're out of style and somehow magically making them in style. Kings of Leon, Sonic Youth with 1 year's worth of guitar lessons. Dave Matthews Band, the majority of this fan base doesn't even realize just how good they are. Mumford & Sons, that one Whole Foods market in eastern Kentucky. System of a Down, when Armenians finally discovered cocaine. Steven Wilson, voted most likely never to get over his high school crush. Black Sabbath, voted the best band for launching your solo career. Coheed and Cambria, how to lose a fan in 10 albums. The Monkees,
I used to be into Coheed
before it was lame.
I actually had a Coheed phase,
voted most likely to kick Queensryche's ass at a Queensryche show. The Ramones, they technically qualify as musicians. Bob Seger, if Coors Banquet beer could make music. Cypress Hill,
I like Bob Seger, but that sounds about right.
Music. Rage Against the Machine were confused and wound up thinking that they were the Machine. Counting Crows, your 13-year-old cousin who mumble whines every time he talks. The Doors, commonly misunderstood as a good rock band.
Oh, wow. I agree, though.
They've gone to look for testosterone.
Yeah, I
40
much prefer Paul Simon's solo outfit.
Ever not being known as the Sonic Band. Godsmack, when you've breathed in so much of the fumes from the meth you've been cooking that you wind up burning down your own trailer in protest. Bye.
Okay, well that was pretty fun. I think I agree with a lot of them. A lot of it, like a lot of the metal stuff, I'm especially not. I don't really know the difference between them. So I really pulled up, so it's not. Yeah, but a lot of them, he seemed to be pretty on the nose. They made some good points. Yeah, pretty funny. Excited for the next one, so let's just go into it. Here we go. Selling that merch.
Leonard Skinner held a grudge long enough to name themselves after their old gym teacher. Rush. You know you thought
is
getting
true,
me was
isn't
a
it?
girl your first time. Linkin
Wow.
Park, also known as the blade that lost its edge. Kiss. They're so rock and roll that they play dress up. Tom Petty, singing like it's his last strawberry daiquiri. Genesis. Proof that Phil Collins ruins everything. The Grateful
Wow.
Dead, voted the most undeservedly annoying fan base. Judas Priest. He wore a sleeveless leather jacket and you couldn't tell that Rob Halford was gay. Megadeth.
Wow.
Oh yeah? Well, I bet I can sing worse than you, James. Guns N' Roses. Couldn't decide if the guitar player or the singer was more important. Van Halen. Found out that the guitar player was more important. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Proof that you can be sued for sounding too much like yourself.
Yes,
David
that's an
Bowie
interesting story.
sang with the voice of an angel, if that angel sang exclusively through his nose. Radiohead, or Proto
I do like
Muse.
Bowie, but-
Santana.
mean,
He's lucky he isn't paid by the
not
note.
wrong.
Bob Dylan. You know, he had the money to hire a singer, right? Yes. Was the
But he
answer
didn't have
that
to.
they gave when Steve
Big
Howe
Dylan
asked
fan.
if his guitar tone was thin enough. Prince. Voted the #1 fan of Prince. Steely Dan.
Sounds about right.
It is easy to talk shit, but man, are they good. Sex Pistols.
Never really
Who would have
looked into
guessed
Steely
Anarchy
Dan.
would have ended poorly? Oasis.
Yeah.
Proof that an interband feud doesn't always make good music. The White Stripes. I hear that fake incest is trending on certain websites. Rod Stewart.
I like the White
making
Stripes,
the derp
too.
face before it was a meme. Frank Zappa. The world's
Zappa.
smartest troll.
Yes,
Tool.
Zappa's
It's coming out this year, I swear.
Amazing.
Ted Nugent shreds the guitar as hard as he shreds
Big
all the
into Zappa.
trespassers on his ranch. Pantera hopes that everyone forgets the power metal album. Slayer riffs like a bodybuilder and solos like Parkinson's disease. Huey Lewis in the news. I also remember Back to the Future. Primus voted most likely to get abducted by aliens. Joe Satriani voted most likely to tell everyone he was abducted by aliens. Steve Vai voted most likely to be an alien. Guar.
okay.
Do-it-yourself masters and a true inspiration. Creed. Makes me want to find Jesus so I can be saved from Creed. Cake.
Wow.
The world's darkest ska band. Rob Zombie. The true horror is watching him play an
Cake always seemed kind of
Randy
interesting
Newman.
to me, though I never got into
Are
it.
you serious? Enya. What being bored
Randy
sounds
Newman
like.
has some interesting
Yngwie
music if you look
Malmsteen.
far
You
enough.
will be amazed by how many people don't care that he can play that fast. Bjork. Bye.
Okay. Was that an impression at the end, or I don't know? Well, this is fun. I think he's making some pretty amusing lists. Pretty much, or well, not really. I mean, he is listing up bands, but yeah, he's finding some interesting ways to sum them up. So yeah, the final one. Let's go ahead and get into it.
My band Crusade is releasing an album this month. Not telling you
Okay.
the release date yet, but you can go
So
ahead
he's
and
got
take
a
a guess in
band?
the comments below. Go ahead and subscribe to our
Explains
YouTube channel
the
in the
merch
link
earlier,
in the
I
description so you
suppose.
do not miss our uploads, and let's get into it.
Come the night.
U2, a Michelin star gourmet peanut butter sandwich. The Stone Roses, a single piece of Wonder Bread with margarine. Avenged Sevenfold, apparently the only band too cool for Mike Portnoy. Death, Schrodinger's band, somehow underrated and overrated at the same time.
Never even
Burzum,
heard of that.
sounds exactly like your grandma smells. Incubus, make yourself try to remember another album name. The Mars Volta, if a Tim and Eric sketch took itself seriously. 21 Pilots, somehow deserves and doesn't deserve the hate that they get. Imagine Dragons, if you thought they sounded bad now, you should listen to the 2 EPs they don't list publicly anymore, called Speak to Me and a self-titled EP.
Okay.
Really, you should go do that. Nightwish, music for people so goth they can't admit they like musicals. Mr. Bungle.
I mean, I heard that one Nightwish album that you guys requested,
Polyphia,
and
so
it was
goat
really
that
good.
They needed
So
to
I don't
make
know.
every song sound exactly like
I mean, it
that
does
one.
kinda sound
Daft
like
Punk. aka Robot Sex, Night Verses, the best band you never heard of. Sabaton,
I have indeed never heard of
aka Metal ABBA. Ghost, Lamau, that's not metal. The Clash, just a couple of tone-deaf tans. Limp Bizkit would probably sound amazing with literally anyone else as the frontman. Children of Bodom, Chaotic Neutral. Kairos, my friends, and I love these boys. Go ahead and check them out in the link in the description. Toto, one toe for each song that you can remember. Stone Sour, just less interesting Slipknot. Five Finger Death Punch, what Monster Energy drink sounds like. Dragon Force, music like John Wick and lyrics like if Tenacious D weren't self-aware. Dirty Loops,
okay.
Progressive Backstreet Boys, apparently. Katie. Def Leppard, The Real Hysteria is trying to find another good album. Amon Amarth, what a Strength 10 Intelligence 2 build sounds like. Except our very own neoclassical AC/DC, and don't you dare drink that Kool-Aid. Yanni, God tier royalty-free music. Smashing Pumpkins, a mildly amusing acid trip, but in stereo. Beastie Boys, literally the whitest kids you know. The Who, how you were reminded Mongolia still exists, whitey. Tame Impala, sounds like the feeling you get waiting in the line at the DMV. Steel Panther, I have chlamydia now, thanks. Gentle Giant, sounds like what normies think D&D is. Journey, I'm still waiting for the world to admit that Separate Ways is a better song than Don't Stop Believing. Not gonna change my mind. Igor, the musical equivalent of the blue screen of death. Chicago, I am very sad how underappreciated they are. The Talking Heads, name a song other than Psycho Killer.
I can name
Smash
several.
Mouth, somebody needs to murder that meme, please.
Talking Heads
Stay
has
tuned
a
for that
very,
Crusade album.
very
It's
deep
coming at you real
discography.
soon. Rock on.
Like, they did a lot. I mean, I don't even think Psycho Killer is their biggest song. Like, Burning Down the House, I mean, that got big. Life During Wartime. There's so much with it. That's not fair. Okay, I'm not going to get tilted about it, but I mean, Talking Heads are great. But yeah, there we go. That was fun. Did he do more of these, or is it just the three? I mean, there are definitely a lot of bands out there that that could still be covered. The bad part, though, is, indeed, as I've already said a couple times, that I really don't know a lot of these bands, especially on the metal side of things. And that seems to be a lot of what he talks about. So I think he probably is. I'm just going to guess that his band, Crusade, or whatever it was, on this channel, Become the Night, that he's some kind of metal musician. So a lot of what he's talking about, a lot of the bands listed are, in fact, metal bands. And not being into metal myself, I don't really know. I've never heard of so many of them. And even the ones that I have heard of, I don't really... it's hard for me to really parse them out and compare them. Yeah, still, this is fun. I like music. I like talking about music, and it's good to have just like a fun, fun set of videos, kind of discussing various bands. Makes for pretty good content. Anyway, not really too much else to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.